are doing a data mining. First is a data loading, then data pre-processing, data cleaning, then data transformation. Means if you want to merge the columns, reduce the size of the rows, reduce the columns. Then third step is that, and after that you have to apply any model, that is either supervised model or unsupervised model, and after that the evaluation of that. So these are the sequential steps. We cannot do the second step first and first step after second. Okay. I hope you understand my point. So I give you a one data set. Okay. So please try to make a new workspace. For that, you have to just click on File and go to New. If you want to save this workspace, you can save also, okay? And you can find this new workspace. And in this new workspace, you can also use this CSV file import for CSV file. This is also option available. And you can choose your file. Yes, this is also work. And okay. So this is the sales data that I already give you, and I just click on OK. Okay. So since this CSV file import is done. So there are lots of the options available. You can choose any one. Now next, you have to see this data set. So just click on the data table, connect CSV file import with the data, and you are able to see this data. Also, you can see that there are 0.1% missing data are there. So please, this is an exercise. You please correct this data set. Okay, cross validation. Actually, a cross validation is done when, for example, if you are collecting a data set for 10 years of gap. For example, you are taking an interval of 2 years. Okay, 2010 to 12, then 12 to 14, 14 to 16, 16 to 18. Okay, and these types of data are there. And when you are performing a random sample, actually, you don't know that the data set you are deriving in your sample are coming from which group. Okay, and in each group, the size of the sample is also not decided in the random sample. In that case, if you want to fix, for example, you want 10 data set from 10 to 12, 2010 to 12, 10 data set from 12 to 14, 10 data set from 12 to 14 to 16. In each time period, you want some sample, and for equal size or unequal size, that you can decide. Okay, but you want at least one sample from each cluster. In that case, you have to use the cross validation. But if there is a no cluster, no any way to collect the sample, no restrictions are there in the data set, in that case, random sampling also works. So it depends on your data set, it depends on the objective, it depends on the problem that you are going to solve, that which type of sampling work for your data set. So I hope I can able to give the answer you want. Okay. So I load the data set, check, yes, that there is a problem in the data set. What is a problem? The problem is that there is a 0.1% missing data. Okay. So I have to correct this data. So first I have to correct this data set. Okay. So for that, I want to use this preprocess. Okay. So now I am following all the sequential steps, load data, then pre-process the data. Okay. For pre-processing, I choose the import missing, impute missing value. I want to use the average or the most frequent. Okay, because I don't want to decrease the sample size. Now I again check my data set. So you can find this is the pre-processed data. Now you can find that 670 instances, but there are no missing values. So my data set is clean. Now the next step is a sampling. Okay. So for that, I require first select column, for example. Okay. And for select column, for example, I don't want this date for analysis. Rest I want. So I just ignore this column. And after ignoring this, I want to sample the rows. So I use the select rows. Okay. In select rows, one second. I don't want to select rows. I want to use sample. Okay. And in data sampling, for example, I want the only 500 data. Okay. So I put here 500. If you want to use cross validation, you can use a cross validation also. You can see here that 500 data set I get. Okay. Now, if I want to show this 500 data set, I again use a data table. And here you can see that 500 instances and 11 features. Because I already remove or ignore the one column, so the column size is reduced, as well as I sample the data set from 670. I want only 500, so I use 500. So this is my data set that I prepare for further analysis. Understand? If any doubt, please let me know. And these are actually the steps that we have to follow while doing any data mining, or we want to apply any data mining technique. Understand, everyone? Okay. Now I give you one example of the merge data. Okay. So for example, I have one file and one CSV file. Okay. I take only this. Okay. And here there is a one different data set, and in file, for example, I use the data set that we previously used, mobile price. Okay. And I connect this with data table. So in this, the file name is sales data .csv. In this, the file name is mobile price.csv. Okay. And I want to merge these two files. Okay. So I use this merge data, and I connect this data table with merge data as well as this with data. You can use dataset also. You can use dataset also for merging. I am using two CSV file, and I want to merge two CSV files. Understand? So here, what are the options available? How to merge? So append column from extra data. Means you have to add the columns. Second, find matching pair of the rows. Second, concatenate tables. You have to concatenate. And for that, it might be possible you can use a row or columns. Okay. And now, what data set you get, I want to show you. So first, check what are the data. In this data table, you can find 6, 7 instances and 12 features. Please note it. 670 and 12 instances. In this data set, 1000 instances and 21 features. Okay. Now, after merging, what you can find? 1000 instances means total how many rows are generated? That is maximum. That is 1000. And how many columns are generated? That is 21 plus 12 means 33. Understand how you can merge the two CSV file? Can I show you again if you want? You can use any two files and you can merge. You can also not two, you can also make 2, 3, 4 files to merge. And if you want to merge only the selected columns, then you can also use a selected columns. For example, if I delete this, okay, and I want that these selected columns, okay, I want to merge. For example, okay, okay, so let's check. In this data table, we have only 500 instances and 11 features. Okay. And in this, we have 1021 features. Okay. So now the size is a 32 features and 1000 instances. Let's check. You can find out this. 1000 instances and 32 features. And after pre-processing, we have do this. So you can find that there is a no missing data also. So actually, if you want to merge two files, first pre-process the data and after that merge. Yes, after doing all this, we have to apply the classification and the no, supervised and unsupervised machine learning algorithms. And there are lots of the algorithms available that we are going to cover in the tomorrow's and day after tomorrow session. Then this is the first step where we are just preparing the data set for modeling or for analysis. Understand, everyone? If you find any problem, please let me know. If you have any doubt, then please let me know that we already covered in this session. From which table? Missing data from the last table. It might be possible you have merged data from this data table. If you merge data set before pre-processing, you get missing data. But if you merge data after pre-processing, you don't get missing data. And it also depends that what data set you have taken here also. In both data set, if there is no missing value, you don't find the missing value. So please understand the steps. These are sequential steps. Please please don't data table 2 and data table 3 because it is just for the name purpose. Please check that before merging, do you find any missing value here and here? For example, if I double click here, you can see there is a no missing data. Okay. And if I double click here also, you can see there is a no missing data. So it might be possible the pre-processing is not done. If pre-processing is not done, it might be possible. In that case, you get the missing value. Please check in each data table that after pre-processing, you get remove your missing values are removed or not. For example, in data table 1, you can see that 0.1% missing data. But in data table 1, you can find there is a no missing data. If it is not done, in that case only there is a problem. Actually, from this, I cannot understand. I want the screenshots of all the data tables. Means double click on the data. No. Actually, if in both the files, there are some matching columns, means column names are same. And in that case, you can merge specific rows. If there is no columns that are same in both the files, you cannot merge by rows. You can merge only by columns. For example, in this data set, in these two data set, you can see that there is a no columns are common, and for that we can merge by columns on. 1 minute. I will check your visualization. Actually, there is a problem. If you check your visualization, in merge data, you merge 3 different data. Please check. And please check my visualization. Please don't, if the visualization is wrong, then there is a problem. Your connection is not proper. That's why you are getting the missing value. And please, I understand, I already gives you a understanding that what these two lines means. This is an input and this is an output. If you connect input and output in a different way, then it might be possible there is a problem. Okay. So please check this visualization, take a screenshot, again do this, and because there is a no problem in the data set, there is a problem in your visualization. Please check in merge data set, there is a 2 input and 1 output. Okay.